connection with the tradition of the old firm, but I imagine if they ever get around to playing this picture in the middle of the night for some market in the world somewhere, and you never know the possibilities of that, they'd still get a crowd dressed in pajamas if necessary. It certainly doesn't sound tonight on this Glasgow Sunday evening any different from the other 92 times they've met in the Premier League. So even though the foreign intake is considerable for this game, there's no way anybody with a heart could insulate themselves clinically from this atmosphere. Celtic came on first, and then it's Larsson who scored that very vital goal in Europe in mixed midweek against Vittorio Guimaraes. A vital player in the game tonight, because one expects that Celtic will make the breaks from a defensive situation. And there's George Albertz, leading scorer in Scotland at the moment with that famous left foot of his. Brought on late on in the game at Jerusalem to score. A quite stunning goal. Celtic in their famous huddle, deriving inspiration, I would imagine, from the fact that Tommy Boyd has recovered from his hamstring injury. Stuart Dougal, the referee, come through the personal battle of a broken back at the age of 20 to become a referee you don't mess around with, having red-carded Paulo Di Canio after scoring a goal for Celtic and showing Dean Windass 3 red cards on the one day. Well, leaving aside Celtic selection problems, Rangers certainly start the game favourites, only having conceded 1 goal in the last 5 matches, and that of course was that penalty in Jerusalem, as opposed to Celtic have failed to register a clean sheet in the last 7 games and still haven't won away from home this season in the league. Ferguson, only Larsson is up, and that's a bad ball by Moore. Celtic on the counter-attack. Here's Larsson. And there are the 2 legs together, and another booking. Well, Henrik Larsson was playing for Celtic in the last game, and the man challenging him here, Bronckhorst, was actually at the Celtic end, cheering him on, and here he is. No charity beginning at home for that pair of yellow cards. So 2 yellow cards there. Good solid clearance there by Colin Hendry. Jackson trying to get hold of it away by Bronckhorst, and it's very scrappy at the moment. Really is. Porrini goes in. Larsson was appealing there, and Bronckhorst brought down there, but the referee waving play on. Boy, taking advantage of this. On he comes. Porrini goes with them, the 2 fullbacks together. Now Larsson tries to get it through, and it wasn't far away. Long ball there played towards Boyd in the first instance, and he did very well to see Larsson just inside. Now watch this. No challenge on him as he made that chop. Here's Wallace. Kanchelskis going on a run. Mahe goes across. Kanchelskis. Nice little touch. Albertz with the shot, and it's not far away. He kept it down very well. But all coming from the first real thrust in the match by Kanchelskis. Here he goes. The sort of play that he used to put onto this man to score the goal in Jerusalem. But Albertz didn't quite get hold of it the way that he did that evening. Ball breaking nicely to Boyd. Was set up for a shot by Burley. Well, Craig Burley scored 5 goals for Celtic this season, and of course we've seen him last season score goals from this range, but put off by the attention of Colin Hendry sliding in there. Indeed, there was a little touch, and it's a corner kick. All the heads out there as Larsson tries to put it back, and it just passed the game from Burley. Well, he cannot believe that one. It fell very neatly for him. And that's the best chance of the game thus far, falling cleanly to Burley. And again, it's the kind of atmosphere, of course, which demands a special composure. And all he could do was hit it into the ground. I think this took sting and direction off it. Yet again, a warning to Rangers. Albertz, that's a good run forward. Hannah couldn't quite get it. There's a lovely touch onto Amato. And he can't bring the ball under control. That's what I said earlier. They don't have, either side, a real menace in the box. He took an eternity for that. Great play there by Hendry. Under pressure again from Jackson going through. And the last 5 minutes has been the best football of the match thus far. Forward run there by Wallace. Amato is certainly in there for the header, and he does it and puts it past. Well now, to use the old-fashioned vernacular, that was a sitter. If there's a look of anguish on the face of the Argentine, I think it's quite understandable. While the Rangers supporters seem to be taking heart from that, that's twice the Celtic defence in the last minute. Bulleted towards Kanchelskis. Wallace is there. Kanchelskis wants to take Mahe on the outside. Maybe try the shot himself. That's a very good save. There might have been a slight deviation on that ball. It's done promptly enough. Here's the Kanchelskis left foot this time, and there was a deflection. Run forward there by Wallace. Amato. For a moment I thought that was a defensive clearance by Amato. Nicely into this. But Bronckhorst has carried it too far, I think. He did very well to anticipate a little tussle there with Rod Wallace. He did very well to anticipate this. Watch him coming up on that cute back heeler. He decided to take it with his right foot initially, and Gould jamming it down at the post. Ferguson will let fly. Trying to go in again. Celtic on the break now. Now this could be interesting. Darren Jackson makes a break. It curls in nicely. Larsson brilliantly saved. Charbonnier. That must be one of the saves of the season. Larsson in for the kill. And if ever there was a goalkeeper with instinctive reflexes, like lightning, it's this man here. Seven of the crossbar came to his assistance eventually, but that would have been an almost certain goal had he not got up there. Now Jackson, Porrini, now Larsson. Underneath it again, and Amoruso's towering presence, putting him off. Watch Amoruso coming into this. He gets away from Porrini with that rather impetuous slide in. Well, we played the extra time, I think, and indeed the final whistle goes of this half. Well, it's been a game of a decided mix, and Charbonnier maybe at the centre of the most explosive incident of the game with that remarkable save, and Amato at the other end, who seemed to have, as I said, an absolute gift and squandered it. And crucially, it keeps the score at half-time, nothing each. And if the second half turns out to be half as entertaining as the first half, then I think we'll have had a money's worth. Boyd wants to go to the outside, and Amoruso didn't get hold of it cleanly. Just get it away. Now Albertz will be hard put to catch up in this. Oh, and he gets away though. Slight play there by Rieper. Albertz is going in himself. There's Wallace with a chance, and he misses another open goal. Laid on to him unselfishly by Albertz, and he walks to the crowd in an air of stupefaction at that miss. Here's his run. Wallace inside, he could have gone for it himself, and what a tangle Wallace gets into. Amoruso decides to come forward himself. Might be caught out here. Lucky to get away with that. Here's Wallace on the left. There's a ball across to Kanchelskis, and he drives it, and that's a corner kick. Beautifully taken by the Russian again, and a very difficult ball to take. Coming across his body. And look how much space Wallace was given there. This is what I said about the difficulty of this shot. Driving it down into O'Donnell. Once again, the Dutchman with it. Way to that far side, and it's down and past. Hendry. Well, there's a terrible miss by Amoruso again, and it's just over by Larsson. Well, players could fall out over things like this. That was a difficult ball, I have to say, from Colin Hendry in the first place. It took Amoruso, I think, by surprise, and Larsson, well, a little lucky break there he got off the heel. And Bronckhorst trying to go through on the left. Good play by Bronckhorst, into the box he goes. Well, maybe you can't blame the young Dutchman for going on his own there. So many of the balls cut across the goal have ended up fecklessly. Look of determination about him as he went for it. Well, he saw glory in the back pages tomorrow, but it wasn't to be. Go to Rangers. Stubbs away with it. Lovely little touch on to Kanchelskis. That seemed to be a fairly high tackle by Mahe, and Kanchelskis took it in a rather vulnerable area. 15 minutes left as that tackle went in, and another Rangers player in the wars. Well, in the last 11 games, a team scoring first in this fixture has either won or drawn the match, and no danger of a goal coming from that. Here's Wallace. Now Moore. Charlie Miller wanted the ball played back to him. That's another free kick, and I think a booking. Mahe gets it this time, with about 12 minutes remaining. So here's Albertz, likely to take this as Mahe is confirmed with that booking. Albertz coming through with it, right against the defensive wall. And Bronckhorst, a little bit of a deflection, I think, and Rangers get the corner kick. Everybody back in the box except Darren Jackson for Celtic now. And Bronckhorst up with it, and it's just over the bar. I think Moore was in there again, and Charlie Miller was coming through for that. Watch the ball going down here, and I think it was Moore that got the touch. Larsson did get a touch, and Jackson right underneath it. And you know, if there's a moral to this game, it doesn't matter how wealthy you are. If you don't have a real penalty box player, you're going to end up in percentage fashion with a no-scoring draw. Two Rangers players taken on there. Donnelly has it now. Cut off by Amoruso, but not properly. Rangers back defending in the last few seconds of this game. And there's Hendry playing safe with that, and again falling loose. Hendry, Larsson got to it there. And there's a brilliant save by Charbonnier again, which could have won the game. Right at the end, and he hardly saw the ball. The substitute tossed McKinlay. Well, this man is certainly Rangers man of the night for that. The two saves he's made. The way he had to crawl after it with his right arm. What a hesitation going on, and falls down to Annoni with a shot. And another corner kick. And for the first time it has happened, I suppose we've seen this happen so often, with Rangers having dominated, they're now looking decidedly groggy in defence at the tail end. This ball coming across. This time out by Moore, but Bronckhorst can't get it. There's a shot at goal, and it's just over in his time. Charbonnier from Stubbs was slightly out of touch. An incredible ending to this game. Big central defender lashing out at it. Albertz, Van Bronckhorst. Away goes Van Bronckhorst, still going. And there's the referee waving play on. And in fact, he has whistled the end of the game. No goals, and as I said earlier, after the excellent build-up by both sides, the lesson driven home to both clubs. They need classy penalty box players, and they simply don't have them. No goals, though. The final score: Rangers 0, Celtic 0.
I think we were very close. I mean, just look at my chance in the first half. Then I had another one in the second half, but I didn't hit the target. But I think that we had the better of the game as well.
No, I don't understand that. I understand the feelings about the last 5 minutes, but I think the first 85 minutes there was only one team who controlled the game, and that was the Rangers. Created many chances to score, but that's what was not happened today. But I think if you see the game again, we like to play the football. We like to play forwards, and they were waiting on the counter-attack, and they did well some moments. But still, if you see all the chances we have had in the beginning, that we had the chance to score.